So the final week of the NFL season, Week 17, is underway. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Here we go. We ready?
Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go.
On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
From the 27, Foles. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 7 yards there and a first down.
One of the selling points of the in route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver and almost on a direct shot able to throw the ball into the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10. Foles. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The end result, 21 yards. And on this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then
look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. Touchdown, Jaguars. D.D. Westbrook hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And that makes the score 7-0. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Watson will bring up the Texans here, first and 10 at their own 25-yard line. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And he'll maybe get it back to the 25 here on the first play, but no more than that. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on second and 10. A run for Nick Chubb. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on fourth down. The Texans send the punter out. Back deep for the Jags, D.D. Westbrook. That's taken on the 25. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. As we know, they had the chance last week, Charles, to lock up the division. Couldn't do it. Now it all comes down to the final week of the season. But once again, they control their destiny.
And that's a good thing.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Leonard Fournette, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly for 6. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And that'll make the score 14-0. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10, Lamar Miller. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit, and find our way back into this game.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8. 18.
Watch the slap, watch the slap.
On 2nd down, it's Miller. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going. A gain of 2, just like we saw on 1st and 2nd down as well. Deuce is wild.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain. Brandon, never quite sure what the side judge or the field judge is going to rule there. That was awfully close, but in the end, he says it passed over the 1-yard line, and that's where they're going to mark it out. I mean, you can see it right there, right? See him walking up the sideline? Told him to stop right there at the 1.
They begin with a run by Fournette. And he'll get him a little bit of breathing room across the 5 to the 6-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4. Another good run there. He's been good all season long. I don't know if he's going to win that MVP award, but just to be in the discussion, obviously that means he's had a great run.
The raw numbers put him in the discussion. Can he carry his team to enough victories? Can he put them in a spot where we say to ourselves, well, an MVP carries his team to the playoffs. That's what he's going to need in order to get that award.
That throw into the arms of Allen, and able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
One of the feature points of the in route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Check 3, check 3, check 3. 1-1.
$14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. On 2nd down, here's Fournette. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1.
on a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
And he's able to get it to the 33, good enough for a first down. It's a first down following a gain of 3. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Mike, 55. Check, 55. Mike.
Now Foles off the play fake to Fournette. The open man is Westbrook. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Here's Foles. And he completes it to Westbrook. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Foles going to come up now 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. They go back to the ground now with Fournette. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Leonard Fournette, touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And this, you'd hate to say that a drive in the first half must end in points, but you're down 21-0. They're going to have to get something going fairly quickly.
I would agree totally with that because if you're going to mount the comeback, it's going to have to come in bits and pieces. It doesn't just all come at one time, right? We haven't seen anything more than a 6-point touchdown ever in this game, right? So that's how it has to be done. Get points on the board now. Start your comeback.
He rifles one that's intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick. And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have him set up with a 1st and goal right at about the 6-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. And this Fournette territory here, and he's alone in the backfield on 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Leonard. Fournette with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And a rout is on here in this first half. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Typically down in the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah. Normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
They go with Chubb on second down. Now a stoppage, and we've got Chubb shaken up on the play. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Miller. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. It's a pickup of 6, but it's not going to be enough. And the punt team's going to be summoned on fourth down. They'll run. It's Miller. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first.
First down. First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
On first and 10, Watson. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. So second in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Second in inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did. Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
I don't even know why this team showed up.
On second down now, it's Miller. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this second and 9. Miller, only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. It'll be a gain of 15 on the play. And they've got another first and 10 as the penalty keeps this drive moving. Following the penalty, Chubb. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short. Here's Watson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Austin Hooper, the intended receiver. And that takes us from second to third down. An incomplete pass on second down leads us to third and inches. To throw is Watson. This is caught. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. They'll give it to Chubb. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Nick Chubb, as the first half is winding down, as they are now on the board here in the first half.
I'm not sure that they have illusions right now of, okay, we're going to score 8 times in a row and we're going to be terrific. But to get one, that was huge for them. That has to feel much better right now.
And you do have, we're still in the first half. You do have the entire second half. There's something about that goose egg that just looked bad on that board, but now they've broken it.
Yeah, broken through. Can they maintain the pace? We'll see as we go along.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 24-yard line.
So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this is do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive, and we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32. With that run, double check my math, yes, he has hit 8,000 career rushing yards.
And that's fantastic. That means he's now approaching the top 50 all-time rushers in NFL history. That means he just sped past Terrell Davis, who's in the Hall of Fame. And now he's just got to go ahead and be strong and run hard because he's chasing down Larry Zonka. Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. They are going for it. Here's Watson, and it is incomplete. Boy. A curious decision to go for it doesn't pan out, and the Jags take over in terrific field position. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Hey, come on out here. Come get some.
Yeah, oh, go, let's go, let's go.
Now Foles. That is caught by Josh Oliver, the former San Jose State Spartan. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
Check 4. Yeah, oh, go, let's go, let's go.
Right there in the middle. 55. Yeah.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. So the delay of game penalty moves it back 5. That makes it 2nd and 10.
Check it back.
Under. Here go.
Looking to throw. His throw incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended target, and now it's 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, What have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. On third down, Fournette. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
J.J. Watt makes another tackle there, and it's for a minimal gain. And let's face it, if that's all you're going to get running the ball, you're not going to have much success against him and his team.
Or, yeah, you better find a way to go around J.J. Watt, which isn't easy to do.
It's really not, because you got to try everything. Can you go around him? Can you go by him? Can you influence him to get him out of position so maybe you can wall him off? He's a really sharp, intelligent player as well as a physical specimen.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. A 1st down carry now for Miller. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
Check 50, check 50.
Kill. Turn up.
Keep going.
They'll run it again with Miller. Only a yard on the pickup, so a good situation on 2nd and 2. It's now 3rd and 1. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try to run for it with Miller. And now Miller hit, and he fumbles. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They'll try the air now with Watson, and that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Tyrell Williams was the intended target, but it'll be 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Switch it. Come on, switch it.
Throwing again is Watson, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 42, and his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. Well, why do you go out and spend a 1st-round pick on a defensive back? Plays like that. The rookie gets his 1st interception.
Exactly right, and you're trying to limit the number of plays an offense runs. You're trying to limit the number of possessions they have. And he was a guy that I targeted coming out of college and rated very highly for his playmaking skills on defense.
And now he has his 1st career interception. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a 1st down.
Watch the screen.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a 1st down as well.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
They had 2 straight 1st downs, now a gain of 9 to set up 2nd and 1.
At the 24-yard line.
Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. A quick throw finding Lee out wide. And that, not a sight you want to see. Leonard Fournette very slow to get up. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. They come out here in the eye.
On the ball.
Check 31, check 31.
Go.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Lambo to add on the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away.
The Texans take over
We got
first and
this.
10 at their own 25-yard line.
47.
The Texans
18.
offense ready to go here for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Watson throwing again. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
It's on one.
Watch twist. Watch twist.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
2nd and 3 at the 27-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Here we go. 180.
I'm trying to collect.
On 2nd down, Johnson. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. He's got Allen. And down inside the 15 he goes. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a 1st down as well. Foles now perfect since the 2nd half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown. Jaguars. Keenan Allen, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Jags take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Lambo on for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This is taken at his 4. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th. Escaping the pressure right. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Intended for Lamar Miller. Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
We ain't giving up nothing today.
Here's Watson. Going to throw again. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. The Texans on third down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be a tough 3rd and 18.
44 is the mic. 44 is the mic. Check.
Go.
44. Mike. 44.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Got an open man, it's QT. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Ready up.
2 first downs have them up to the 41 now for 1st and 10. Draw play. This is Miller. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Go now. 50, play.
Brings up 2nd and 3
Go.
at their 48-yard line.
Miller will get it. He has been busy today. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on third down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
The Texans on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This time they face a 3rd and 2. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. On 4th down, Owens. Pushing through tack. There he goes, right side. And they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown.
That's the one you look speed. That's the one you look speed.
Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or 2.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here, 3rd and a yard. And they'll run it from the gun with Miller. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
First and 10.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Pilot, 64, weak. Hey, high 7.
44's the mic. 44's the mic. Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room. Fofo's the mic. Mike's Fofo. Here we go.
Protein spill. Shoot.
On the ground, Richard. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
The best defensive lineman They play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands so they can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Watch the run, watch the run.
80 weapon. Snap.
Again, it's Miller. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. A 3-yard loss. Fourth down now. Continues to be a struggle for this offense and this home crowd. They're growing a little restless here in the second half.
And I think they've just got to look at how they're trying to move the football. Yeah, you want to run it, but maybe you spread it out, maybe some swing passes that can take the place of runs and give you a little more space.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot.
And he loses the football a second time. And the Jags grab it. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. They'll run it with Johnson. Justin Reed, the safety, made the tackle.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Able to get away. Now a hit, and Foles loses the football. It's out, and the Texans scoop it, weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And it's a defensive return for a late touchdown. So they still need somewhat of a miracle here, but at least that gets them a little bit closer. Fairbairn good with the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
A good pickup there, a 22. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. That one looks like he'll throw here. He's got a man. That's Keenan Allen.
Complete to Keenan Allen. He steps out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. The wide receiver, the ball carrier. He's out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
So the challenge comes in inside of 2 minutes, and it gets overturned.
And it changes the whole format of what's about to happen because both sides had thought a certain call had been made. Now they have to flip back and start over.
To throw again on second down. Foles. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Super Bowl 49 hero Malcolm Butler. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Get it.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Jaguars, it's an 11th win of the year as they'll finish the regular season at 11-5. And now they'll